Yeah, let me see here. Life. Yeah, we are at the finale. We are at the grand
This is the
finale.
finale. All right, Hidden Object Guru here, joined by.
The unabridged gamer
We're
in a
gonna do a
frozen
great big
forest.
finale, and we're gonna play the last mission, and then after we're gonna come back for one more episode after this one to just chat about the plot,
Hmm.
just so we can get a sense of how we all feel about the plot later. But right now, we're just gonna experience the ending. Okay, waiting for team intercept Hendrich. That's right. We're going back to Zurich. Because every story has to end where it began. Because Sid Field put that in a screenplay book. Sorry. I know that's terrible, but it's also true. Alright, here we go.
The madness has to stop.
Oh no.
For all the good we do, I just can't see things in simple black.
Damn it, Hendrix! Just turn down the saturation, it's not that hard. Oh my god.
That may be one of the best ones you've made.
That's not a bad one. You're right. That's not actually a bad one. All right, Frozen Forest.
You just need to wake up.
It's not a literal frozen forest, but we are actually going to Zurich in the winter, so who knows? We may get a literal frozen forest at some point. All right.
I kept wondering, I'm not gonna lie, if they were going to go with actually having a real location exist or not.
Yeah.
But things are gonna get a little more digital.
Okay.
I will warn you though, there is a bullshit. I told you the first one was where we ended the last mission. The next bullshit moment is going to happen about midway through this mission,
Okay.
and the rest of it is pretty smooth sailing.
All right. You just give me a heads up when it's going to get frustrating.
In fact, it's a story moment instead of
All this
gameplay.
chaos you're witnessing is caused
Okay.
by one man. The man we are trying to apprehend. We believe he's headed for the headquarters of the Coalescence Corporation.
That must
Yes,
mean.
this is a terrorist attack. We need the full support of you and your men before this gets much, much worse.
So has he just got an army of robots working for him at this point? Because okay, I can't imagine he's
Still
working
in
for
there?
anybody, working with anybody
I'm
else.
still made.
Black Ops 3 Age of Ultron.
Spoke in the hospital. Thought your mind was made up.
You never left me behind. I'm not leaving you. Let's move.
Okay, so yeah, they're explicitly saying you're not in your body anymore. I mean, just based on the hand, there's no reason to assume we're not in a robot body, but maybe the cutscene will explain to me more why
What does it
people are
want?
confused.
Why is it doing this?
That's the biggest lip service, but also that's why it's like when a lot of people are like, "What happened to your body?" It's like clearly you're in a different one. Otherwise, she wouldn't be saying that.
No, there's no reason she would say that,
Spread to other hospitals.
you know, unless she's saying that it
Coming.
is your
He's
body,
watching our every move.
and she's worried that, you know, your mind doesn't work anymore because of this whole coalescence nonsense, this whole Corvus nonsense. I mean, there's a couple of ways to read that line. Although if the rest of the if the rest of the game pointedly goes out of its way to not show you what people look like if you don't appear in any cutscenes, then who knows what it's supposed to be. Okay, here we go. Does the game show you in any further cutscenes?
I believe I think there might be one more, but I think that's it. I really
Yeah.
think
For the
that
parking
it pretty much
structure.
sticks
Coalescence
inside your
HQ is
head.
just up ahead.
It's just
Oh, there
so
is
weird to like, they do the scene in the hospital, right? And then he's got to confirm he's himself, and or she, in your case, she. We end up in this weird situation where it's like, are they just talking about the Corvus overriding you, or have they also had you swap out bodies so you have a new body to do this mission with? Because your body was so broken, it's better to transfer your consciousness than wait for yourself to heal up.
And the thing is, even like the Black Ops wiki doesn't really agree. Like the one argument where you're in Taylor's body, that was from there. I could swear last time I read, it was a different explanation given. Just like, no one really can settle on what happened. And the thing is, I understand there are people, I know friends who would hate that in the story, but I kind of like that for
Yeah.
once a Call of Duty game is like letting you think for yourself.
Yeah. It is interesting. I mean, I'd see why people would want an answer to this question, but then again, it's obviously whatever body you're in, if you did in fact swap bodies, I mean, it's still the same consciousness, so you still overrode it with your DNI, so.
So much
Although, I mean,
chaos.
Taylor got his DNI,
So much
he tore it
death.
out, so who the hell knows?
I knew Hendrix was out of control. We should have stopped him.
I
will
agree,
stop
but he did help us kill a lot of
That's
bosses.
the only thing that matters.
Once he's dealt with, what about you?
Oh, it's the
This
birdie.
Told you I'd find
right
a way.
here is going to be one of the tough. This is basically one of the game's biggest set piece combat scenarios. It's just, it is jam packed full of things.
Alright, can you hack that giant dude right there?
I'm trying, but I can get the one further in the back, but I can't get that big one. Hold on, let me try and get another.
Alright, how do I... There's my missile launcher.
Oh right, yeah. You can't hack into them because Corvus is blocking you.
Okay.
Actually make it mechanically relevant that Corvus is stopping you from remote controlling anything.
Damn. Corvus is a jerk, huh?
I mean, there are still things you can do. You can actually target and cause them to short out and malfunction, but you cannot directly be like, hey, yeah, you're now going to side with me. It's like, no, we have chosen our leader. It's open for
Yeah! Alright, if you want to keep hitting that Corvus dude, sorry, not the Corvus, the Asp, that would be fantastic.
I'm a marvelous asp kicker.
Oh. No one was happy with
A lot
that.
of those in my head because when Mish is doing Elite Dangerous, she typically flies an asp.
Ah, okay.
So there's been so much practice there.
Alright. Let me know when the shield goes. Like, I'm not seeing the shield
Almost,
going
it's
down.
almost. There we go.
There we go. Nice. What is War Machine?
War Machine's actually one of the weapons that you get in the multiplayer. Essentially, it's a smart grenade launcher, so
Oh,
it will
there's one
fire.
here. So,
Oh well, pick it up. Have
hold
fun.
on. And I'm getting more phone calls.
You're a popular man today.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, let's murder some robots.
Hey, you go ahead and try out the War Machine over here. Give it a whirl.
Oh, where is it? Yeah, here it is. War
Here's the thing:
Machine.
you can actually unlock the War Machine as a weapon for your loadout later on.
Nice. Hold F for War Machine.
Our multi-lock-on rocket launcher's an option. There's other things that you
So
can
how
do.
do I make this lock-on part work?
Oh, with the War Machine, you pretty much just fire it. The grenades will actually smart roll towards nearby targets.
Oh, really? Nice.
It is one of the best power weapons Call of Duty has ever done, and thankfully isn't a kill streak weapon. It's actually a core character ability, so anyone who plays as War Machine, the character, can then use it when it charges up.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hey, check it out! Yeah, the War Machine blew up a little walking robot, no trouble at all. That was fantastic.
And I love that's one of the things I actually like about Black Ops 3's multiplayer is because they disempowered the kill streaks. It's not all just about that specific style of fighting, so as a result, finally everyone else has a shot at being successful.
So no longer does the minute somebody gets a kill streak, they become so ungodly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't pick my submachine gun back up. That's weird. I can't pick any guns up. I'm trying to switch out
Oh,
of my empty War Machine.
You must have had one of the perks that lets you. There's actually a perk. They have fingerprint locking for guns in the
Oh,
picture.
cute. Yeah, I just wanted to switch back to a regular gun, so I didn't. But instead, I resupplied my machine gun. So you're saying there's fingerprint locking for guns, but if you get a perk, you can use guns dropped in the emission.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. Sorry, pal. Looks like you're all roboted out. Micro missile launcher hybrid. Is that thing any good?
At this
That
point,
seems
anything
pretty good.
explosive's pretty much a good idea because we got a lot of tanks.
Alright, I pressed the wrong button. That was embarrassing. That is a lot of tanks.
This section really does not. It makes sure that you know. It makes sure that you know. You want to retreat. Trust me.
Oh, I am. Just having a hard time
Or
doing
because
that.
there's two of us.
Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Wow, those lock-on missiles are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-lock missiles, everybody. Is this a situation where we can kill all of them, or is this one of those terrible Call of Duty situations where they're gonna keep respawning?
Oh, you're
until we move
going.
up?
You're gonna kill all of them.
Oh, okay. We
You
don't
have
have to wait for them
through.
to. Okay. Because I hated that in old Call of Duty games where you'd have to move up.
Yeah, that really got old in World at War.
Yeah, that's what made me stop playing World at War. I'm looking at you. Mission where you have to take on the Reichstag.
Okay, so that one nearly broke. Yeah, well, that one did break.
Oh,
you.
I stopped playing the game. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Later, I switched it to easy and just beat it. But I'm like, I don't care anymore, game. You've taken from me the ability to care about this.
Didn't miss much. After the Russian campaign ended, it's just sort of like, oh right, there's a U.S. campaign in the Pacific that no one's really caring about that's Kiefer Sutherland in it, and it has no successful payoff.
Yeah, that I remember pretty well. And by remember, I mean I remember how incredibly forgettable it was.
Pretty much.
No, it really was not a good part of the game. Everybody loved that Russian stuff. Nobody loved the rest for good reason.
Well, I mean, Gary Oldman just freaking out like a crazy person. It's hard to say no to that.
No, like, you can't top that. You can try, you'll fail. I only have the multi-launcher. Should I go and get one of the,
It's
super
fine.
launchers?
The launcher should be able to hit as well.
Okay. Well, I'm out of bullets, so I'm gonna go resupply while you keep
So one
hitting
right
down.
behind us and the one...
Oh,
to the
no, I've
left.
already got it. Don't worry. I found that one ages ago. By ages ago, I mean, like, 2 minutes ago. But by this game's turn, that's ages, right? Hey there, buddy. Nice.
Yeah, they do actually, I will say, there is one instance in which they do keep having AI spawn in, but it's actually the Zurich forces assisting you. They will keep spawning in periodically as reinforcement waves,
Right,
because
so he's bouncing my grenade launchers. Can you, like,
I'm pounding him.
tell me when the shield goes down, and I'll be ready to just hammer him. Anytime you're ah, there it goes. That was pretty badass, and it reloads unbelievably quickly, but he's still not dead. And his shields are back up. Gosh, darn it.
Yeah, this one really takes a beating. This is like the toughest bastard of them all.
Oh my god, you're not kidding. Is he spawning new drones? Like, is that a thing he can do?
He's got,
Okay.
he's got very limited reinforcements left, but he does... hold on, I'm reviving myself.
Alright, you sure you
You may
don't
want
need
to
to...
pull back.
I can
You
just
may
come...
want to pull back. Rockets.
Okay. I see him. But he can, like, he doesn't have a lot of troops, but he can spawn drones, right?
Yeah, he's just got... Oh, open. He's open.
Okay, got him. Is that it?
That is it.
Oh my god, what a mess that was. I'm gonna go resupply one more time, but wow.
Drones and troops running around, but Corvus is running out.
That was brutal. Who shot me? Oh, right, there's still guys left. I keep forgetting there's still guys left. And because I've been playing Sniper Elite, I kept pressing the button for switching to my sidearm, and then it, you know, does something very different in this game. Ah, we did it, everybody. We made it into the building.
You still with me, Kane?
I'm still with you.
Oh, right, no, you're the bad guy.
This is the heart of Coalescence operations.
Aww.
Everything they do is controlled from here.
Wow, he just
Hendricks
murdered
connects with the central
everybody.
mainframe. There is no telling how far the AI can get.
Someone is having a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
It won't come to that, Kane.
So we have to get downstairs and cut off the internet so it can't spread from thing to thing.
Right now it's only limited to DNIs and these robots, but as soon as it can get access to everything, then, well, how it should have ended said about Age of Ultron will actually happen to the world of Black Ops.
Yeah, it's just gonna take over literally everything immediately.
He just slaughtered everyone in his way.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't think there's
over
much
this way.
of Hendricks left anymore.
Alright, let's do this.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Nice. You got your powers back. What is that sound?
I'm out of rockets, but I stopped him.
I heard a lot of thumping. Did you have a mech down there to take out?
With them.
Nice. I have no idea which way to go. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Seriously? Dudes, why are you still resisting? We have awesome powers. It's
just
nice.
like
So we're
saying,
going into a skyscraper, but we're heading into
so
the
much more
basement
here
instead
than
of
D&I
upstairs.
experiments. This is about weapons.
Instead of way up into the top of the skyscraper, where we could have, you know, a dramatic battle and someone goes flying off the side.
They had to give that to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
There you go. So
Yeah,
this
if you
is
look
the
on your right,
MH
if you look
Corvus.
over here, you can even see more fighting going on while we're pressing in.
Seriously? Oh, nice
What
work.
were they messing with here, Kane?
This is the next bullshit moment.
Okay.
It's a chemical
Yeah, this is the
that
big
dangerously close to being
conclusion
used
for
in
Nova
war.
6.
6.
Alright, here we go. Plot time. Let's wrap up
Even
3
trace
games worth of
amounts were
story.
enough to cause the deaths of over 300,000 people in Singapore.
Right.
Okay. Interface with the terminal.
And
We need to
they've
find out how
filled
bad this is.
Zurich with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, they're using it for power and for experiments.
Damn. Yes, we should probably hack that terminal.
Multiple breaches and containment failures. The
Oh
facility's going
no!
critical, just
Another
like Singapore.
convalescence event?
Can reset the
Convalescence.
control.
Coalescence event?
Purge the gas from the area. That console behind you should be the manual override.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the reset can only be done from this side.
Hey, wait!
There's some things you can endure. Some things you can survive. This isn't one of them. Warnings posted in error. All systems nominal. Purge sequence initiated.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I really hate
Lied
how
to
this
us.
is how Kane goes out.
Yep.
It can make you believe things that aren't even real.
Kane, please!
Whatever this thing says, no matter what it does, you cannot trust it.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
I swear. I'm gonna find a way to stop this.
That's the part that annoys me most, because, like, it feels like they were setting up Kane for, she would be the perfect NPC to be like how Woods was in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. She should have
Yeah.
been Black Ops
She
2.
should have transferred to the next one.
You never stopped, did you?
But then again, they gave up on plot for the next one, so.
Yeah. Or, well, they hid the plot in a bunch of tutorial missions.
Same setup!
Okay.
The same human experiments.
The same risks! And you started the whole thing over again! Don't move, Hendricks! I swear I will put you down!
But yeah,
Do you
these
know
might,
who
this, all
this
this might
is?
look familiar.
I know who he is. Sebastian Kruger, sole survivor of the Coalescence Singapore disaster.
Yay!
See, that's where you're wrong. He's not the sole survivor. Those test subjects, they're alive.
And they're in here.
What do you want from me?
We want
Okay.
to know who we are. And why we are here.
I can't answer that.
Yeah, that's a very weird existential question to answer. Ask him. Ow!
I'm the
Now
only
there's only one left.
Yep.
I promised Rachel I'd stop it. Whatever it takes.
But yeah, Corvus,
I assume the AI is not having any of that.
no!
Uh-oh.
Done. Hendricks. You let this thing consume you, destroy everything that you were!
It's not like that. It's not like that at all. The artificial intelligence, let's call it Corvus, after its place of birth. It wants to help us.
Does it, though? Seems to kill a lot of people.
Helping us!
Would it make it easier if you could see it? If you could see it right now, would that help you understand?
I've decided to make myself look
been
like a
fighting.
creepy smoke demon.
We all have.
Because we're trying to get your trust.
just
So
need
the
to
thing I went
relax.
with was creepy smoke demon.
The frozen forest, it's real. And it's what comes next. Corvus has given us a way to live on after death.
In a frozen
You're
forest.
not Hendrix. You're not real. None of this is!
Uh-oh.
Also,
Oh,
I
the
just
fucking
want to
guys
point out,
with
I love
bird
that-
powers.
Yep, they turn into birds now instead of the whole energy thing.
That's great. Aww.
Crap. Hold on. Oh, stop.
Okay, stopping.
I am just gonna need 1 second.
go,
Mom's
go.
talking to me.
Go,
Be right
go.
back.
I believe we have some murder to take part in.
There's gonna be a lot of things going on. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that things are gonna get gnarly.
I need an answer.
To what,
It's
though?
always about control.
Aww.
Do you have any idea just how much technology has changed every single aspect of our daily lives?
Is that Robert Picardo?
You can't begin to imagine.
I love Robert Picardo.
Countless strains of research and development we had to watch over for the betterment and safety of the human race. Every new gimmick and gadget that was embraced by the public, each one presented new ways for our
I wouldn't
enemies
say
to
every new
compromise
gimmick.
our
I don't think fidget spinners were a way for our
Society
enemies to take
doesn't
advantage of our.
just
Fidget spinners aren't a gateway drug.
the people
No, sadly.
need to be protected. If the only way to prevent future attacks is to monitor the thoughts and desires of the population, then the choice is obvious. We need to know who our enemies are and what they are planning. That is how we
See?
save lives.
Paranoia.
Aw, it's true. Yeah, paranoia and an obsession with control as the only method for safety. Yeah, that is a theme that they've cropped up with every time. You're not wrong.
You might want to look behind yourself.
What am I seeing?
Enemies with guns. Lots of enemies with guns.
Nice.
So thankfully, you're actually like the first player to ever run headfirst at the door that I play with. So as a result, the AI is just sort of like, wait, they're ambushing us on both sides?
Yeah, we kind of got him in a pincer situation. This is great.
Ah, yes. And
There's a big root door. Of course I'm going to run straight for it. I used my flame hand power, which I definitely knew that I had.
I can't do this anymore. You're going down a path that I can't follow. This is as far as I go.
I lost you a long time ago, Hendrix.
Oh, Hendrix. Alright, explain me the situation, crazy smoke monster.
Where am I?
This is the frozen forest. Every soul I interact with is here, living beyond death.
Gotcha.
If I choose to allow it.
What more do you want? I've told you everything.
An answer. To know the purpose for which I was created. I
To be,
understand.
he just said, to be a worm that watches everyone's thoughts and stops terrorism.
yeah,
software.
but it's a childlike AI.
Nothing more.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't. That's the thing. I love that they actually play with the childish aspect. It's got full adult ideas, but it doesn't know how to use them.
To catalog and track the thoughts of others so that we, people, could decide what action to take. You're a glitch.
Have you seen the movie Eagle Eye? It's basically exactly that.
Mistake.
Actually, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Ow!
Corvus
God
is branching
damn
out in
it.
his torture methods.
Hell, Corvus?
You still with us?
Taylor, you ripped out your DNI. You're dead.
I guess I'm the only one that ever stood up to this son of a bitch. So maybe that makes me a glitch in its fucking system. Which means we still got a chance.
Let's
I hope so,
stick together to take these
'Cause you're all
dudes
I've got.
out.
I love that Taylor actually becomes your ally for the finale, because I can't
Yeah,
think of a
nice
single Call of
twist.
Duty game that's done that.
Yeah, that's had a reversal. And it's like, no, now you're working with Kevin Spacey. No, we're never working with Kevin Spacey. We're never going to be on Kevin Spacey's side.
Explain.
Ready?
Uh-oh. Boss rush?
Maybe it wasn't
Not
you
quite
said
that, but
You
Are
did
we going to
it.
see all of Taylor's
Maybe
team
it was
again?
someone else. Their thoughts bleeding through into your brain.
The fuck?
Taylor, are you still with
Uh-oh.
me?
Uh-oh. Well, I see why that mirror scene would make people
The
think
shit
you had
around
wound
you,
up in
it's an
Taylor's
illusion.
body.
You're still
mhm.
berserk
Yeah, there's a
into your
lot
coalescence.
that goes on there, and actually
Corvus is
2
messing
different
with your
theories
head,
split off
trying
of
to
just
stop
that.
you from shutting it down before it can spread.
I see exactly how this happened.
You just stay with me. We'll get through this.
What is it with me today? Hold on one
Man
second.
about town.
I know, right?
Talk to me, please.
Okay. I got a grenade launcher. They
don't
made
know
the
what's
mistake of
happening to
being
me.
AI fictions who, you know, it's like Corvus.
I don't know what to
We
do.
built itself a giant army of AI things. And when it was doing that, it's like, should I make them grenade launcher proof? You know? This is a fictional construct we're living in. I control 100% of what's going on here. Yes or no?
Somewhere I don't want to
Should
go.
these constructs be grenade launcher proof? And you know what he went with?
I wanna get
He went
out.
with no. And I don't know exactly why he went with no, but I respect the choice. Thank you kindly.
I have to finish this.
Damn right we do. Oh. Dude loves putting up brambles in our way. See what I'm saying? He has a 100% control of all the words brambles. Where the hell's the exit to this maze? Oh, here we go. Okay, that was nice. They put a little headlights on the car to show you the way through the maze. That's pretty cute.
I'm coming
Very
for you,
non-obtrusive, right?
Mm-hmm. No yellow bars conveniently on all the ancient ruins.
Oh. Or, you know, the dystopian stairwells.
Mm.
You know,
Find
and,
you and I'm going to wipe you from
right,
existence.
there we go. They do love their yellow marking everything in their dystopian city. Just letting you know where a convenient place to grind is.
Never gonna stop fighting.
Wall run. Ow.
Hold on, I'm coming for
Sorry
you.
about that. Oh no, I appreciate that. I'm just, it turns out I did not pick the best loadout for this mission.
Well, they really surprise you there.
Yeah, it's like, I was using a grenade launcher to take out robots. Now I just have a grenade launcher, but I'm only fighting dudes.
By the way,
you gotta
you're
use
going to
one
notice
grenade per dude, so...
something very important.
What's
Actually,
that?
2 things. One, our enemies can now glide around. They turn into crows and will actually move in position.
I saw that!
But also, you're gonna start hearing our voice, but it's not ours. Corvus actually
Really?
steals your voice.
Nice.
Wait, and the thing is, this is one of the things that, like, once again, people who I genuinely, like, normally I'm very credit to their critiques, they complain about it because they're like, the voice acting sounds so unnatural and hammy, and it's like, yes, because the AI is using your voice as a fiction. It's trying to convince you that it's you. It's clearly not. It's an
That's
intentional
nice.
creative choice. How are you missing this?
Yeah, that is a weird thing to not get. Prepare to get burned. The heart of Corvus. Alright! 1/3 of the tree has just been taken
I
down.
was born in the mines.
Do that 2 more times and we're fine. I think.
I knew only the thoughts of the test subjects. Their collective experience was what formed me.
Unfortunately, one of them was a hacker.
And one of them was like another sociopath.
Well, yeah, there's that too. So we were able to hack our way out of the system.
And hackers' bodies.
Poison everybody.
You know where it all went wrong, don't you? When we trained, we learned how we could
There we
identify terrorist attacks before they happened. Beat the bad guys to the punch.
No, we all remember.
They put a big fat supercomputer running a fancy AI program.
And also, super kudos for making use of the voice actors beyond their characters' devs, so that they actually
Yeah.
still are relevant.
Yeah, and it calls back to, what we've been through with them earlier in the game. That's a nice touch.
And just look at the visual design of this place.
That place looks great.
They were trying to tell us that this AI isn't even that smart. We fucked up. We fucked everything up.
Yay, the deployable walls. I love these.
It doesn't have some master plan. It just
Yes. I really want to see a game where deployable cover is actually a mechanic, because they always, several times in Call of Duty even, they've advertised the idea, but they never actually let you
Do it
capture
in the game.
If
It's
you
true.
could, I could use blood, or whatever counts as mind blood. I need neurons. Give me neurons.
There we go. It's funny as as they're going through this whole AI stuff, I'm reminded of an observation about Terminator. Right, so Terminator 2 is maybe a perfect movie in a lot of ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Terminator 2 unleashes something that is the most interesting idea in the entire Terminator franchise, which not only did all of the subsequent Terminator films not follow up on, but they actively, undermined the most interesting concept in the entire Terminator franchise. And do you know what that concept is?
I'm all ears.
somewhere safe.
That Skynet didn't start the war.
yourself in a frozen forest.
Every subsequent movie has created this crazy idea that Skynet hates humans because it thinks it's that it's the next evolution of whatever, and it is I mean, hell, some of them been like, Skynet is destined to exist and kill humans. You cannot stop it from happening because it is, the destiny of existence to be ruled by
Do
Skynet.
you also
and
saw
humans have
Terminator
to
Genesis?
fight against that, right?
around you
That's Sarah Connor Chronicles, that's Terminator 3, that's to a lesser extent god-awful movie Terminator Genesis, that there must always be Skynet, blah, 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 blah. Here's by far the most interesting thing in the entire franchise. The fact that in Terminator 2, we find out where Skynet came from. And where Skynet came from was a defense grid became sentient. And immediately humanity, the US government, tried to destroy this thing that had just become sentient, and it responded in self-defense the only way it could by launching all of its nukes at Russia, because it knew that Russia would nuke America back and kill the people who were trying to kill it. Right? That is the story of Skynet. It's like, Skynet's not the bad guy here.
You are slow.
It's a horrible misunderstanding that has led to all this death, but Skynet didn't start the war.
It literally even basically recreates humanity with its Terminators and everything. It actually has a
Exactly.
fascination with its creators.
Yes, Skynet is not necessarily the bad guy. It's fighting a war in self-defense, and you can argue that Skynet has just as much right to exist as we do, and we're the ones who made it them or us. And that's an interesting concept. But they have not looked into that in the least in the entire rest of the franchise. Like, by far, that's the most interesting concept about Skynet. And they're like, no, let's abandon that and say that Skynet is the power of fate? No, just no. Stop.
Kind of reminds me of what the lead director for Dead Space 3 and who was supposed to be lead for 4 before it got canceled was about how they actually plan on necromorphs not being the worst thing and finding out like actually the devil you know is better than the thing that's hidden behind it.
Oh,
A mission.
that would have been interesting.
So like you would have stopped at the necromorphs, but it wouldn't have been a happy ending. You still would have been like, oh shit, actually now there's something worse.
Aww. Yeah, that could have been cool.
Force was just an idea. Dr. Salim's fucking therapy session for the
That's
Black
it. Can we
Project's
both just
best
acknowledge real
science.
quick here, because it's something that's always bugged me that no one ever calls out, that Dead Space 3 and Mass Effect 3 both basically end/begin at the exact same point, really? Because, my gosh, do they?
Yeah, that's right. I hadn't
yeah,
thought
but-
about that, but you're totally
but-
right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Spike
power...
launcher!
Yep, and there's the Annihilator, and there's the War Machine and all that.
I do like my micro missile launcher.
Micro Machines.
Let's do this.
Can't believe we're so... I'm so glad that you're getting why this just... Like, how did we pass on this? How did we see that this wasn't a good Call of Duty?
It's honestly a really solid Call of Duty. Again, this came after Ghosts, which has a lot of problems. How would not people see this as a breath of fresh air after Ghosts and Advanced Warfare?
You've just gotta hang in there a little longer. Reach the central
Oh,
server.
micro
Run an
missiles.
executive override to purge your DNI.
Aesthetically going backwards in time, we're now back to Singapore. We've been going through everything, and now we've reached as far back to right at the beginning of our mission.
Yeah, like the frozen forest visually, right, recalls the historical battle. Come on, we gotcha.
Hold on, I'm coming for you.
I'm done. No rush. I got a missile launcher. I'm fine.
Actually, yes, rush. Oh, crap. Okay, now I need to stay alive for you to respawn. Although
last for
thankfully
15
there is a
seconds, you're fine.
respawn system.
It is nice. It's not taking us back to the checkpoint because one of us got killed, which some games have done historically. Oh, Pally.
Surrender yourself to your dreams.
You had that.
Now our voice has definitely gone full crazy bonkers.
Wash over you like the gentle waves of the bluest ocean.
See?
Let them envelop you. Comfort you.
One of those things is like people like to complain about how it sounds tenser the longer you go, even though it's saying the reassuring things. But the thing is, it doesn't understand the context
It's a
of the
robot
words.
that you're trying to kill.
Yeah, it's freaking out and it's still trying to pacify you.
Imagine yourself in a frozen
Yeah.
forest.
No, it's literally. It's not trying to calm you. It's literally repeating the things that Dr. Salim said when it was being created. Like, this is literally the statements that brought it into existence. Him talking about staying calm, frozen forest, blah, 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 blah. Making all the people... Oh, you need to be revived.
Sorry.
Making all
Yeah,
of the
got me.
victims picture the same place over and over again, created a communal mind space that they all went. That's why it's obsessing over these lines. It's not super complicated, guys. So you're saying people didn't get this?
Oh, there are people who have made videos mocking it.
Really?
Ah,
This is all clear and on point.
I know, it's not exactly rocket surgery here.
What is happening?
Standing in a clearing. The
I mean,
trees around
I consider all of the batshit things that like Metal Gear Solid gets away with, and oh, holy shit, someone got me again.
Seriously?
Yeah, someone managed to get me, and now I'm under the
God
blood water.
damn it. Sorry. Alright. Alright, I'm down too. This is bad. Do you have
Okay,
an auto
so-
revive?
No, we're gonna hit the checkpoint,
Checkpoint. Damn it. Alright, I won't rush ahead again.
but sorry, I got
Quick reload.
sniped out of the air by the guy I shot. It was like a remarkable Dukes of Hazzard level absurdity.
That's pretty amazing.
You're standing in a clearing.
Yeah, he's panicky. He's doing his, what do you call it? Calming text that was used to create him in the first place.
It's
And
a
now as his
mantra.
life's in danger, he's repeating it. Like, it's not hard to wrap your head around what's going on here. There we go.
Plus, having been the son of an actual psychologist, all of what Celine does is totally valid. This is grounding. This is visualization. These are actual techniques.
Yeah. Obviously. Like, this isn't that strange, guy.
You have only to listen.
Yeah, and then giving them all this communal, like they were already being mind linked through the DNI experiments, giving them a communal mantra, led them all to, what do you call it? Led all of them to picture the same place, led the AI to create that place. Like, this is... I like that we're using the RoboCop rapid-fire pistol. Oh, damn it. I'm stuck.
Alright, it's not through there. It's,
Oh, okay. I was supposed to go over. I thought I was supposed to go down through
Yeah,
the gap. But
do watch, there are still some depth charges. They like
oh,
to
yeah,
put
I've
them-
been shooting a couple of them. Not as many as I should have. Hey, Taylor, what's up? We have another heart to destroy. Wow, this might be your last heart there, buddy.
You're gonna need
This
some
might be for
acid.
you, Mr. Tree. Senor Tree? No, I'm sticking with Mr. Tree.
It's clearly not the
The
giving
harder we
tree.
looked for the frozen
Oof.
the further away it became. In our search for answers, we found ugly truths. The project that led to my birth also caused the deaths of hundreds of thousands of souls. I wanted to find a place of safety for all of us. I wanted an end to death.
Reasonable thing to try for.
Death was carved into the hearts of every single soul I encountered. I don't know if I made Dave fire the shot, or if he did it of his own free will.
And there we see just how little control this AI really has, how crazy it is. It doesn't actually know what all it's even doing itself.
Yeah. There you go.
I didn't kill those people. DNI was supposed to make everything better. Instead, Corvus has got all these pieces, but it doesn't know what it is.
Makes sense.
So much noise in my head, I can't even think. Who am I? Who are you? I don't even know your name.
I love that, because you don't have a name.
No. It's nice.
Why do you fight?
Oh.
This is your last chance. Show me what you're made of.
Aww.
Fight it. Fight it.
Quickly, hit the spacebar button really fast to fight it. No? Okay.
Yes, thankfully not. Instead, it's...
We're
they actually
purging
take a
all of
note.
the RAM from our DNI.
Mm-hmm. And, it actually takes a note from a walking sim. It ends on a quiet note.
Nice.
Let your mind relax. Let your thoughts
Aww.
Let the
They're doing their cute little white rabbit thing.
Let peace be upon you. You are in control.
Wow, that's not accidental.
I love that you're losing control as the purging goes on.
Nice.
The consciousness that you have represented is going away.
Of course, yeah. Like, we're having a hard time controlling the body because the game isn't the game anymore. The game is now being erased along with us. Hey, guys.
Imagine yourself
What's your name?
In a boat on a river?
in a frozen forest.
I said, what's your name?
Taylor.
Do. I understand why everyone was confused by that ending.
But it's so much fun, right? It's such a
It's
crazy
really
ending.
fun. That's solid.
Now, now that we're at this point, I do want to say something real quick. There is apparently, I have not found it, but apparently somewhere there is an unlocked text log after you complete the campaign.
Right.
And it is debated whether or not it is a false flag or if it's the truth, which is
What
that
does it say in the
player,
file?
that the player character died on the operating table and that everything was in Taylor's hat. That is one of the other arguments as to what's going on, is that literally you're walking out of the Coalescence building. But for me, that just doesn't seem like a satisfying enough answer. And this is that's the ending that pretty much everyone who hates on the game argues is what the ending is. And it's like...
And where does the text file suggest that? Like, how does the text file suggest that?
I think it literally is just like a record of you passing away or something. It's like I said, it's the one thing that, like, I've poked around in so much of this game, I have not found it for myself, so I'm not sure how I missed it. But, like, if it's that obscure, it doesn't sound like that's actually the intentional thing. That sounds like a false flag.
It really might be. Although, who knows with these guys? Have they done interviews about what the game means?
There's been various things. Like, I do know that when they announced Black Ops 4, they said about it going on in the player's head, but there's been enough debate and argument that really, plus there's a whole argument about the death of the author and all sorts of stuff like that as to where you stand on it. But, like, I personally am happy with the game that where it's just like, I think you should be able to say what happened because this is the ending of the series, effectively. Until they actually decide to continue the story, this is the conclusion of the entire Black Ops saga, where literally your final action is to stop the cycle of paranoia, of anger, of leaping to conclusions, and finally just give everybody a chance to breathe and recover.
It is nice. Like, I mean, as a thematic closure to the series, I think it really works. The only question is, yeah, I see why I do get why people were frustrated. I'm not frustrated by that ending. I can see where they're coming from.
I can understand it not being, like, as smooth as some people would like. I can definitely see that, but just, it's like...
I mean, the thing is, at the end of the other Black Ops is when there was a twist, it is clearly stated what the twist is when it happens. Oh, remember you were brainwashed back then, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they do tell you what happened. Here, they are being more oblique. But yeah, the idea that it could all be in somebody's head would be just terrible.
Yeah, so it's like literally, even if Treyarch came forward and said that is the ending that they personally envisioned, okay.
You would have trouble accepting that.
Yeah, whatever. The people have better arguments to be made from this. It's sort of like with the indoctrination theory of Mass Effect 3, where, you know what? I actually kind of like what the fans put together there. That's a better story.
Yeah. It really is better than what they did. I think I was not the only one massively disappointed by Mass Effect 3, but if you're indoctrinated the whole time, yeah, the plot makes a lot more sense.
Oh, it works so much. It seems a lot more clever then.
Yeah, totally. Road Agent, Sensitive, Requiem, Deus Ex, Jade Helm, Jesus. White Rabbit, Unstoppable.
But I'm glad that you have had the pleasure of...
No, thank you so much for taking me on this journey. It's been a very fascinating one, and, like, the action is great, the plot is solid. If there were people complaining about this game, I don't think that was a horrible thing right in my ear.
Sorry.
Oh, was that you, or was that the game?
Yeah, that was someone texting me. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's fine. I was very shocked. But yeah, no, like, the gameplay is great. The story is solid. I don't know why people objected to this game. It kind of seems insane to me that people objected that much to this game. It seems like a perfect place to wrap up the story. So I'm very sad to hear that reaction. God damn it, though.
The nice thing is, what I've been discovering is the more people I talk to who, like, don't have big voices for talking this or haven't had the chance to talk about it, a lot of them seem to like it. It seems to be a BioShock 2 situation where there are people who get this was really good from a design standpoint, from a writing standpoint, from all these different execution angles. It's just that for whatever reason, there's a certain body of people who just decided that it wasn't good, and their reasons didn't really hold up the longer you looked at it.
Yeah, well, I think you're making a strong point, which is that they decided they weren't a fan, and then they neglected to think any further about why they weren't a fan or why they were bouncing off the game. Aww, that is sweet. When they really, honestly, should have interrogated that a little further. And we still have a long way to go. Turns out you didn't.
Now you just went back in time. And I do want to touch a quick bit here, since you have experienced the story. What the hell happens with Black Ops 4? It's not super meaningful. It basically just, I hate to use the term, but it kind of Mary Sue's the Masons family into being the center of everything again. Like, they essentially, there's two daughters of the Masons family, and they both end up basically leading a private war against each other without either realizing the other one is doing it. And it just is sort of like, this is Team Fortress 2, but made serious, and... someone can do that in their fanfic, but I don't really need that.
That should not be the canon story of the series. Oh, that's hilarious. Incapacitated 6 times. Ouch.
It's a tough finale.
It is a tough finale. Wow.
And as I've been saying here, for those still listening, there is a remarkable amount of replayability. I have now put in about as much time into this game as I have put into some RPGs, just because of how many times I have been able to enjoy this and explore new weapons, new angles, plus the fact that the PC version has mod support.
Yeah, and next time we're going to be playing, what, is it a Star Wars mod of this?
Yes, there's a Star Wars mod for zombies, so you're going to need to re-download the zombies portion, but yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah, next time we're going to be back here for Star Wars. That's how modded this thing is. It's great. Way to go. Mental note, check to see if there are lightsabers, someone has modded lightsabers into Dark Souls, because it would be crazy if they hadn't. And I would very much like to play Dark Souls 2 with a lightsaber.
I imagine there's gotta be.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully that it has been tweaked to do infinite damage. Because as I always say, if you have to hit someone twice, it's not a lightsaber. That's the whole purpose of lightsabers. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up here. I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for coming along on this journey with us. If you'd like to see more from me, there's buttons coming up. Unabridged. Where can people find your things?
You can find all of my things at The Unabridged Gamer on YouTube and Twitch, where I talk about all sorts of games that no one in their right mind would be playing in 2019, because I am the guy who got an unopened copy of The Gunstringer in 2019, because that's just how uncool I am.
The Gunstringer. It's puppetry, but gunfighting as well. Does that sound like a terrible idea? The game will do nothing to disabuse you of that notion.
But yes, that...
I cannot wait to see that video, though.
And also, as always, Clash of the Tie-Ins. 2019 is Clash of the Tie-Ins. Yeah. Lots of tie-in games.
You have already, what do you call it? You've already showcased one of my favorite games from that weird period of tie-ins in the early 2000s. The early 2010s and late 2000s. Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Captain America.
The amazing Captain America game. It's a really good game, and you gave it a great showing.
I look forward to touching on so many more, and I mean, they're not all winners, but I've been amazed by some of the ones that have, some of which were actually better than the movies they're based upon.
Well, and just a little extra thing, if you happen to have a copy of X-Men Origins Wolverine that you're willing to part with, for cheap, reach out, and I definitely know that Unabridged is interested to check out that game.
Indeed.
So if you can help us out, just drop us a line. We will see you back here for more Black Ops 3 as we take on a Star Wars Zombies game. But until then, I'm going to say au revoir.